Oh, excuse me. All right, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. Uh, yeah, apologize. I meant to get these videos out a little bit earlier, but I kind of got sidetracked and distracted. But better late than never. We're finally getting back to Spy Family. I think the newest chapter is going to be coming out this weekend. I'm not completely sure, but either way, I'm going to catch up on it before that happens, so I don't have to worry about it. Like I said, I don't know. I actually can't remember what I said. But expect a channel update sometime this weekend. Probably either Saturday or Sunday. I'll try to get it out on Saturday. Try to get it out a little bit earlier. Uh, yeah, based on timing and everything, but we'll see how that pans out. Like I said, I'm also going to try to catch up with the Center and Monsters this weekend sometime. So probably expect that as well sometime either Saturday or Sunday. I haven't completely decided, made up my mind yet, but yeah, I expect all that stuff to come back. And without further ado, I should quickly mention, for those of you that are not aware, there has been a Spy Family anime that has been announced as well. The new trailers and everything are out for it. It looks really, really good. I cannot wait for it. I cannot wait to see my darling daughter animated with all her glorious facial expressions. Really looking forward to it. So check out the trailer if you haven't already. With that said, let us get into Spy Family Mission 56 by Tetsuya Endo, with translation by Casey Lowe and lettering by Rina Maba. God, I have really had missed this series. And you see this like the sparkling island as the cruise ship has docked. You have Anya doing like a flying buzzer. She's like, "At long last, the resort island." And she comes in for like a Black Widow style landing. One hand down, one knee down, looking super serious. And she's like, "A perfect landing." And Lloyd's like, "No jumping. You'll fall and hurt yourself." And so you're just kind of hopping around behind him. And Lloyd's looking around. He's going, "It's good to see the SSS out in full force to prevent any further bomb incidents. But it still sends a shudder down my spine whenever they glance this way." And Anya's like, "Papa, a normal father would be jumping and hopping along with his daughter at a time like this." She's like, "Oh, it's a grr." Poor Lloyd, offer the sucker. He's just like, "Oh." And he just starts skipping away as he goes, "Let's enjoy this cruise stop together." And Anya's like, "Oh, Papa's so easy." And as he's skipping along, he sees Yor decked out in a little sun hat, looking all gorgeous. As she's smiling and grinning at, his antics. And he's like, "Yor!" It's like, "Mama!" So you got, oh, no, Lloyd's like, "You got our message?" And she's like, "I did. And I was able to get the day off today." And he's like, "Your face looks a little swollen. Is everything okay?" And she's like, "Oh, right. The prospect and his wife were fighting, and I kind of stepped in to stop them." And she's just like, "He noticed?" It's like, "I see. The city's attempt to woo them?" It's like, "It failed. Still, I know we did everything we could for them, and in the end, they were smiling, and that's good enough for me." And he's like, "Glad to hear it." And Anya's like, "Are you gonna play with us today?" He's like, "Say yes, say yes." He's like, "I am. Shall we go have some fun?" It's like, "Let's have all the fun." It's like, "Sounds good to me." And you see them just exploring the city, walking along some of the trails and pathways. They're going down this little zip line with like these tied on these like the wooden boards that are using like almost like a swing seat. And you see as yours going down, she's just kind of slowly spinning around in a circles. And you see them on one of them tandem bikes just going full speed as your legs are just working away. And they're flying through the air. And you see them heading inside a cave with these little headlights on, going exploring, doing some horseback riding. Then you see Anya being pushed on the swing as she's swinging higher, and yours, and Lloyd's kind of trying to stop her from hurting herself. And you see poor Anya just looking on in shock as Lloyd builds this elaborate sandcastle on the beach. And she's built one that looks kind of like that Pokemon, was it Sandygeist? A little sand poltergeist one. You see her just smiling and being all adorable and happy and excited as she's having the time of her life. And then she sees a bunch of sheep at a feeding farm, and she goes running into them, screaming, "Oh my god, they look like Bond!" And the sheep are all freaking out. And Yor goes, "I feel so at peace right now. It's nice." And Lloyd goes, "I feel the same. Although in truth this cruise has been anything but peaceful." And you see Yor just looking very content. She's watching Anya's getting licked and prodded by the sheep in the petting zoo. As she goes, "I hope this peace can go on forever and ever." And you see Lloyd kind of just watching her out of the corner of his eye. It's like, "And that's why I..." And you see Anya going, "Papa, Mama, I want to dive in the ocean and look at fishies next." He's like, "Oh," and you see a sign for snorkeling 500 meters. And Yor's like, "Oh, we need to wear swimsuits for that, right?" It's like, "I can't let them see my chest wound. I need to come up with an excuse." Excuse me. And Anya's just like, "Never mind. I don't want to get eaten by a shark or something." And Yor's like, "Wait, but..." And she kind of just like looks around. She's like, "Oh, if I wore a suit like that, they wouldn't see anything." Excuse me, let me just get... Oh, excuse me, let me get some water. And you see her looking at one of those, like the scuba diving wetsuits that are being advertised for rental for the snorkeling. And she's like, "I think we should do it, Anya. Don't worry, there won't be any sharks. And if there were, I'd get the jump on them." And you see them going snorkeling as they're watching on this reef. Again, just art style's phenomenal. Just absolutely gorgeous spread. All these little fishes in this reef. Looks very, very pretty. And you see Anya getting so excited with her snorkeling mask going, "But bitches are no pity. It's like the fish is so pretty." And Yor's like, "Yes, they look bitches." It's like, "Yes, they look delicious." And you see them seeing a turtle swimming underneath as well. And he's like, "I want to go surfing next." And Yor's like, "Sounds like fun to me." It's like, "There's a nice wave coming, Anya. I'll give you a push." It's like, "Okie doke." And you see Anya just holding on to the surfboard for dear life. And you see poor Anya just face being forced back by the force of the wind as Yor just sends her flying full force like a torpedo right through, right between the waves. And she's like, it's like, "Oh no, after working for so long, I forgot how to hold back my strength." And she, "Anya!" And you see a sploosh as Anya just goes flying out of the wave into the sky. And you see a whoosh as Daddy Lloyd comes to the rescue as he just smoothly guides in on his surfboard, catches Anya under one hand and catches her surfboard with the other as he comes in for, comes in for the smooth landing with a splish. And Yor's like, "Anya, are you okay?" And he was like, "Again, do it again. So much fun." And Lloyd's just like, "No more." And Yor's like, I'm so sorry." It's like, "Yay, we really did have all the fun." It's like, "We sure did, didn't we?" It's like, "It's about time we head back to the ship." It's like, "Oh, you're right." And you see Yor just yawning. And he's like, "All that fighting without rest is starting to catch up with me." And you see her eyes kind of fluttering closed. She's fallen asleep. And she kind of just gently conks onto Lloyd and starts dozing off. And Lloyd's like, "Yor? Hello? Hey!" And he's like, "Papa, I'm sleepy too. So tired." He's like, "Huh?" You see him with just this exhausted expression as he's cradling Yor in his arms with Anya sitting on her lap, just leaning back against his chest as they're both sound asleep. And he's saying, "Ugh, I can expect this from Anya, but Yor too?" So she must have really had a rough few days of work. And yet she still came out here just to make Anya's day. And he kind of gives out, one of those, what's the word I'm looking for? Like one of those happy sighs, like lets out a breath, and he's like, "Rest up, Yor," as you see a boo as he makes his way back to the ship. And you see, the next day they're back at home, and poor Bond just goes rushing up to Anya with tears in his eyes as Frankie's complaining about something, and Lloyd just hands him a gift, for taking care of Bond while they're gone. And you see them just enjoying some coffee and some snacks. And then you see, regarding the incident on the ship, I think that's Sylvia, if I'm not mistaken. She goes, "This hasn't been made public, but apparently a large number of passengers have gone missing. All of them were traveling under fake passports. And Lloyd goes, several of them did raise my suspicions now that you mention it. Their goal may have been to instigate conflict between the East and the West. The SSS seems to suspect that a third country was involved, but in the end, I expect they'll bury the whole incident to save face. For our part, we need to make sure we're aware of all the extremist movements in Ostania. This could affect Strix after all. I'll be counting on you." Lloyd's like, "Roger that." She goes, "So, outside of the whole bomb thing, how did you enjoy your vacation? Did Anya have fun?" And he's just like, it was a grueling ordeal. Way more work than any mission. And you see her just going, "Sometimes I can't tell if that man is highly capable or completely incompetent." And you see back at home, Yor's just conked out on the couch, as Anya's also just conked out on the table. She's had to scribble a little drawing of her and Yor and Lloyd on the ship. Super adorable. All right. Yes, I'll cut this off here. I think I'll do what I did with the kaiju videos and just split them up into two separate reactions for the separate chapters, just to keep everything kind of a little bit more uniform, a little bit easier to consume, I guess. But yeah, this was kind of just a nice, relaxing chapter after all of the kind of like hectic, action-packed stuff we had with Yor's little mini arc there. So it's definitely a nice change of pace. I really did like it. Really loved all the cute little bonding moments, all the little bits of artwork and everything else. It was nice to get a chapter like this. I'll be interested to see if the next chapter moves us into the new arc, or at least what it'll set up for the new arc. But yeah, looking forward to that. Not much more to say, except I hope that Yor's also going to be featuring more prominently in this one going forward as well. Even though we just had, a Yor mini arc, I still do want to see her getting kind of more involved in the overall plot. So we'll see how that goes. As always, if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm still kind of fluctuating above and below the 150 subscriber limit, so if someone wants to help me clear that hurdle once and for all, that would be greatly appreciated. Like I said, expect a channel update video this weekend, and until next time, this is Ash. Talk to you all later.